Hey guys, and welcome back to Arduino Nixie Clock for Absolute Beginners. This is step 3, testing each of your Nixie tubes. Unfortunately, I've already tested mine, and unfortunately one of mine were actually bad, which is the first time I've ever received a bad Nixie tube. But that's neither here nor there, but that's why you do this, to make sure you don't solder all this in just to find out that one of your tubes is absolutely just worthless. So what I have set up here is my step-up chip that is regulated to the strike voltage of my tube. If you need to know how to do that, go back and check out step 2 and 2.5 on how to set that up. But for time's sake, I'm just going to skip all that. So I've got a red positive coming out to a resistor in series. The resistor, I think this one's like 35K. Depending upon your tube, depending on what size it is, it might have a different resistor, but this is called your anode resistor, and it is extremely important. It won't burn your tube out immediately not having it, but it really stresses it, a lot harder to not have that. So you want to make sure to have something there always whenever you're trying to run your tubes. And still in the series, I have a wire coming from after that resistor, just a female end so that I can like plug it in and it stays on there without me having to deal with it. Coming from the ground side of the step-up chip, I've just got that going into the board into a male end so that I can touch it to each of the legs or prongs to make sure that, it works. So the first thing you want to do is make sure none of your wires are touching, because when it comes in the mail, they're usually all jumbled up. If you look at the back of your tube, usually the center back pin is what it always is. It might be different on some other different type of tube, so, just be aware. But you can see this white ceramic filling on that wire through the glass. That's your anode. So that's where you're going to put all of your positive charge. So I'm going to slip that right on there. And now you're going to go through and just touch the male end to all your different pins to make sure everything lights up. So going clockwise around, starting at the anode pin, you've got left decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and other decimal. So this is a good tube. So the one that I have that's broken actually is lighting up 2 and 0 at the same time, which probably means since my wires aren't contacting, there's a contact inside the tube. If that happens, you're really just kind of SOL. This takes pretty specialty equipment to build and make. So, you're better off either A, contacting the guy who sold it to you and asking for a new one, or just buying another one. So since I can't hardly find these in the United States. You usually have to have it shipped from Moldova or Russia or Ukraine or somewhere like that. So usually you're a lot better off just buying a new one. And that's the quick and dirty step 3, how to check all your Nixie tubes before you get going.